Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
We got this. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. Tackle there by Clay Matthews. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 35. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one a first down pickup of 8. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On the stop was Aaron Donald.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Prescott now. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now it's Gurley. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
We're good. We're good.
A shotgun snap for Goff. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for L.A. 43 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Check 49. 4 down. Get wide.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Super one. We take a win call.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff, eluding the pressure right. Throw complete right side to Cooks. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Break that. Line 20. 54 Mike. Hey, I'm coming.
On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process.
Let's go. I don't even
know why this team showed up.
Check. Tight guard. Maverick. Undercrush.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
That's another Rams 1st down.
20.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Watch the run.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Shake 3. 218. Chopper.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A A 6-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. This is Elliott. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. Corey Littleton there on the tackle. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
At the 39-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line.
Here's Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, Charles, as we peek back to week 1, what would you say were the positives for some teams or individuals that you took away?
Well, it started on opening night, Green Bay, and their defense. Not necessarily Aaron Rodgers and what they did going into Chicago and winning. Kansas City, they picked right up where they left off with Patrick Mahomes. Explosive on offense. How about Baltimore and Lamar Jackson? He's not just a single-wing tailback, folks. He's a quarterback. And Tennessee, going into Cleveland, Marcus Mariota, Derrick Henry put up 43 points on the Browns.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. The play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Steps away. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Well, partner, I want to revisit week one. I got your positive takeaways from the first week of the NFL season. How about the bad stuff?
Well, let's pump the brakes a little bit on the Super Bowl celebration in Cleveland.
Yeah.
They have to win some games first, and maybe now that's the best thing that could have happened to them. Maybe they can settle in because that's a good roster. Miami, we suspected it was going to be rough. I don't know that we suspected that bad on opening day. Jacksonville, the defense is supposed to carry this team. They got torched by Kansas City. And Pittsburgh just didn't show up against New England. And I don't think we expected that at all because I thought Pittsburgh's defense was really good in the preseason. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Prescott to throw it. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Let it well, and it's picked. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
From the 27, Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards there, first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Not today.
Gurley. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
What? Wait, 20. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming after you. Tiger. I'm coming after you. Hey, Zoo.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll run on first down. Elliott shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. To throw is Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
50 to Mike. 50 slam.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards there and a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going. So, you know, I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And that'll get him halfway there as as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. One man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal. Now Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Clay Matthews brings the heat and gets the sack.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
The Ram fans in this old stadium on their feet. 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. A good run that time. They couldn't close him down, and now 9 yards makes for a very different situation on 4th and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll run it with Elliott. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop. So they finally get their trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you, because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 2-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Gurley. And Todd Gurley. Wave goodbye. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, LA. Todd Gurley. 98 yards. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because
and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
I got you.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual, finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. The Rams on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
His throw caught at about the 5. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They come up in an offset eye. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They run. It's Gurley. And he loses the football a second time. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. On the toss, it's Gurley. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.